These two brothers, just 9 and 11 years old, were killed in Gaza by Israeli forces last month while they were trying to collect firewood for their father, who's in a wheelchair. They were targeted because they approached Israel's yellow line that currently cuts the strip in two, leaving almost the entire population crammed into barely over 40% of the territory. Drawn up as part of Trump's plan for Gaza, which began with a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, it represents a new grim reality for people in the territory, and there are increasing fears that this divide could become permanent. So on the east side of the yellow line is what the US calls the green zone, the area that's controlled by the Israeli military. On the official map, this represents about 53% of Gaza, but when Israeli troops marked parts of the line with yellow bollards last month, satellite images show that they repeatedly placed the markers further to the west. As a result, the amount of Gaza now under Israeli control is more like 58%. This area also includes most of Gaza's fertile farmland, which is obviously vital for the territory's long-term food security and economy. In comparison, more than 2 million people, almost all of Gaza's population, is currently squeezed into the other half, a narrow strip along the coast made up mostly of barren sand dunes. Israeli attacks continue here, although at a lesser tempo, and living conditions are dire. Amnesty International has said that Israel is still committing genocide in the territory, and that the use of the term ceasefire, quote, risks creating a dangerous illusion that life in Gaza is returning to normal. The Abu Assi brothers are only two of more than 370 Palestinians in Gaza killed by Israeli attacks since the start of the ceasefire, authorities there say, 70 of whom are children. This number of violent deaths would be considered an active conflict in many other contexts. And while aid is slowly increasing, Israeli controls on food, medicine, tents, and other basic humanitarian goods entering Gaza means conditions are still desperate. Israeli attacks have destroyed the homes of 9 out of 10 Palestinians, forcing people to put up tents in already crammed coastal areas vulnerable to flooding. And the destruction of clean water and sanitation systems mean disease is spreading fast. And there are worrying signs that this will become Gaza's new long-term reality. The head of Israel's military said the yellow line was a new border, while the US military is also planning for the long-term division of Gaza. One US official described a reunified Gaza to me as just, quotes, aspirational. The only limited plans for reconstruction are in the larger western zone under Israeli control, leaving the eastern side indefinitely in ruins. So Palestinians who survived the war now face a cold, wet, hungry winter and an uncertain future, imprisoned by the yellow line and killed if they try to cross it.